Hey, hey, and welcome back to the Gentle Space. My name is Javania, and today I have the pleasure of introducing you to a master stylist. His name is Jonathan Stewart. He is located here in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Doricus Crawford Salon, and it's about 30 minutes, so I'm not able to put it on TikTok because it's too long. So you will have to go to our YouTube channel, which is Alchemy of Essence, there, so you can see it. It will be on later on during the week. But this is the introduction to it. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions after you watch the video later during the week on YouTube, please come back. You can IM me here. You can also hit me up on Facebook, which is Alchemy of Essence, and also Instagram, Alchemy of Essence. So I hope you enjoy it. And welcome back to the Gentle Space. My name is Javanya, and today I have the pleasure to introducing you all to Jonathan Stewart. He is a hairstylist here in Charlotte, North Carolina. He does such a magnificent job for one of my dear friends that I have invited him in for his expertise. So we'll be chatting with him like once a month or so within the month for questions and support as we carry on our journey to healthy hair. And his salon that he works at, I do have it here, is Derrick's Crawford Signature Salon. And Jonathan, did I say that correctly?
Oh no, it's okay. Everybody butchers the thing. It's the Ricus Crawford and signature salon.
Okay, the Ricus. Okay, the Ricus Crawford Signature Salon. So we'll go ahead and get started with Jonathan. Jonathan, thank you so much for coming too.
Yes, of course. Thanks for having me. I'm so honored and flattered to be here.
So here we go. All right. So Jonathan, can you share a little about your journey as a stylist and the type of clients you love serving?
Yes, of course. So my journey as a stylist is so crazy. So I've always knew that I wanted to be a hairstylist since like 5 years old. Like my grandmother, shout out to Katie May, my grandmother. She was actually like my first guinea pig. Like she let me roll her hair at like 5 years old, and she said, "Lord, you did better than me." So from that point on, I just was like just so in awe, like with just hair. And see, my mom would get her hair done every Friday, and I would just be so in awe of how how it just looked when she came in. I would be like, "Oh my God, it looks so good. How did they get so shiny? How did they get it?" So my family, everybody around me knew that from an early age that that's what I would want to do. And my family, they also like nourished my gifts. They bought me mannequins, they bought me blow dryers and combs. Like they never made me feel like a guy couldn't do hair. So I appreciate them for that, and I love them for that. Shout out to my mom and everybody. I guess they got tired of me cutting my sister baby doll's hair up, so
Oh, cool. Yeah.
and then as far as the type of clients I serve, like I literally serve clients from all walks of life, like housewives, millionaires, teachers, doctors, judges, like just teenage, like just from all walks of life, which I love that because I get to meet so many different people and just help build so many different people's self-esteem and confidence, and it's just such an invaluable feeling to be able to do that.
Awesome. So you've been doing hair since you started almost, I guess, started walking and talking then.
Yeah, like literally, like all through my through junior high school, like I did it in my mom's kitchen, had had everybody lined up. It was
Yeah.
so funny when people see me, they hadn't seen me like in years, and I tell them what I'm doing. They literally do not be surprised. They'd be like, "Oh, we're not surprised." Because I was always the one that was like, "Well, you should get your hair like this," or you should do this, or and my mom hairstylist, shout out to Seven Taylor, which is my godfather. He did her hair growing up, and he always told my mom like he is going to do hair when he get older because I was the only child that he would let come in the salon for one, and then I would ask him so many like questions, and he would say he's asking me questions that some of the stylists should be asking. So he knew early on, he seen it in me. early on, and just watching him being a male stylist, like I always see women doing hair. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, do men do hair? So when I see him doing it, that was just like, wow, so men can really do it. He also helped nourish my gift and like just like protected me and like encouraged me and just did all kind of stuff. So Steven, I love you, and thanks to him
Mm.
as well.
Awesome, awesome, Jonathan. So you do all walks of life. So it
Yeah.
can be different people in different careers and different, I guess, age groups, of course, as well.
So I
Um,
try to stay away from the kids.
okay.
But it's so many people in our salon that does kids, like amazing job with kids.
Yeah.
So I always refer, like things that I don't do, I always refer them to somebody else, that I know they can do the job. So they're always going to be served. No matter if I don't do it, I'll make sure they get served.
Okay. Okay. Cool. We like that. We like that. All right. So what are some of the most common hair or scalp concerns you see with your clients right now within the last few years or so?
Yeah. So with that question, so are we talking about like bi-weekly, weekly clients, or just clients that come when they have an event going on?
Oh,
And
I got
the reason why I ask that is because
you.
like my weekly and bi-weekly clients, they don't really have any issues like that unless it's something like birth control or like weight loss meds, but that can be fixed through just different portions of the medicine. But I think with the ones that come, not on things only like when there's something going on or when they get, it's because they don't come often, so they're not getting the proper shampoos, they're not getting the proper conditions, the proper trim. So, I see it more so in them versus my weekly and bi-weekly. And
Oh,
yeah, so a lot of times that comes with like it could be dryness, heat damage, product buildup, itchy scalp. But again, like I said, that's because they come either once every 3 to 6 months, or when they got an event going on. So
oh,
we try to tackle that when they come. But I still always encourage them, and I always tell people, even if you don't go to me, just go to a stylist consistently, so you won't have issues. You won't have like dry scalp, and product buildup, heat damage, split ends, because you have to consistency is the key to health. Like you have to go to somebody consistent. Like I said, even if it's not me, just go to somebody consistent so you can, have that under control.
gotcha, Jonathan. And I didn't think about that. So your customers that come every 2 weeks or weekly, you're treating their hair, so they're not having much of any issues unless it's medication or
Right, unless it's medication.
stress, something that's going on internally with them that you have no control over.
Right. And with that, I always tell them to consult their physician or like, or dermatologist or, some, they can kind of guide them in the right direction to go in that case. But yeah, the other ones like, and like when you get in my chair, if those ends need to be, see, I'm a type of stylist, you get in my chair, the ends need to be trimmed, they're going to get trimmed.
Yes, I
But
got you.
clients really appreciate that, though, to be honest, because
Mhm.
they might be a little in at first, but once they see 2 months down the line how fast their hair has grown and how full and how thick and there's no split, they see what trimming your ends and good health care can do. So they appreciate it, to be honest. And in the end, at first, like I said, they might be a little weary, but I know they'll get over it. So, like I know that. I know in a few months, they'll be like, "Thank you, Jonathan. You're the man."
Yes, Jonathan, I must admit that you do get a lot of good reviews.
Yeah.
So that's why you're definitely here. So if they need trim, you're going to be let's take care of that. If they need a
Yeah.
deep conditioning, you will say let's take care of that. And then if you notice like over time that their hair is still not doing proper things. You mentioned go to the dermatologist, check with your doctor what medications you're taking, and that's so important.
No, it
That's
really is. I
yeah.
know a lot of for a fact. I know a lot of medication. Like two, I know for a fact is like the birth control that can cause a lot of like damage and stuff, and like the weight loss medicine kind of cause like some thinning and some shedding. So I know two of those will affect. And like you said, like blood pressure medicine. Like there's so many different things that can cause it.
Jesus. Mm-hmm. Yep. I know for me, for started like in 2018 with taking a levothyroxine.
Mm-hmm.
After radiation from thyroid cancer, my hair started to change. So you're absolutely right. With the medication, it can go up and down. So I know just now from um, being on the medication for such a long time, if my medication has to go up, I'm definitely doing deep conditioning, definitely doing some different things there. And
The scalp moisturizer.
yeah,
Like all of
yeah.
it. And
Cool.
congratulations to you for beating that. That's amazing.
Oh,
That's such a
thank you,
blessing.
Jonathan. Thank you.
God is good.
Yeah, ain't it all the time? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the time. All right. So here we go. Next question. For clients dealing with thinning edges, I think we kind of talked about this, but we'll touch it anyway. For clients dealing with thinning edges, dryness, scalp irritation, or hair changes from stress, medication, hormones, or illnesses, what general advice would you give them? You can just kind of repeat, or if you got something
Yeah,
extra to say to. Yeah.
because with those, I'll do them. I do it like each one because it's kind of like they're their own separate entity. So I'll just kind of like so like in terms of the thinning edges, like you just have to be really gentle with your edges. Like you have to
Mhm.
avoid like super tight ponytails, like braids, frequent glue and tension, because you have to give your hairline time to breathe and time to recover from the previous style. Because edges are fragile. Some people edges are fragile than others, and you just have to be careful and just give it time to rest and recover from like I said, the previous style. In terms of dryness, you have to
Uh-huh.
keep your scalp moisturized. It's super important. Super, super, super important. A lot of people don't think that they think that don't keep it moisturized, but you have to keep it moisturized. Drink water, do deep conditions regularly, and try to avoid excessive heat whenever you can.
Yes.
Yeah, like whenever you can. In terms of scalp irritation, now if your scalp is just like normal itchy, you can always use like a dry itchy scalp or like a revitalizer shampoo, like a gentle fragrance free like products. But if it's like flaky and painful and inflamed and red, then that's when you probably want to go consult your dermatologist and see like what's going on because that's not normal. You don't want to, that's not normal. So you want to consult your dermatologist if it's like it's like that. What was it? Oh, medicated
Mhm.
related issues. So like we said, some medications, like I said before, that can cause hair thinning and hair shedding. Like I said before, I know for a fact birth control and like blood pressure, like I said, thyroid medicine that
Mhm.
can definitely cause hair loss and hair thinning. But if you are prescribed those medicines, I'm not saying don't stop taking them, keep taking them. Just consult when
Yes.
you go to see your physician. Just consult them and let them know like this is causing my hair to shed, and they'll either down your dose, up your dose, up your protein, up whatever they need to do on that, and that'll help that situation. Um,
Perfect.
hormone, what
Uh-huh.
was that? Hormone related issues.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have hormones right here. Hormone related issues that can change and affect hair growth as well. Like I suggest if you're
Mhm.
experiencing any type of sudden like hair loss or hair shedding, that's another time that you can consult your hair provider, hair care provider, healthcare provider, healthcare provider, and they can kind of guide you on, what to do with that. Because healthy hair starts like with the scalp and overall wellness. Like, and my goal as a professional hairstylist is to, keep your hair healthy while encouraging you to seek guidance from your physician, and then that way we can gather a hair routine to, support your hair's healthiest potential. So I try to, coincide with the doctor. I'm always asking like, well, what did the doctor say? And then sometimes even the doctor will say, well, what's your hairstylist say? So we can kind of
Work
see and like
together.
work together and see what's going on and
Gotcha.
go from there. Yeah.
See, that's awesome. That's awesome because I know my audience, they definitely have underlining things that they're dealing with. So having a stylist and their doctor teaming together, they can definitely see some growth
And
there.
good
So
thing have a few clients that are doctors. So, I kind of get advice from them and they kind of, yeah, they kind of tell me, what, like I kind of tell them their like issue or whatever, and they kind of say, well, maybe they should do this, or maybe they should ask their doctor this, and then I'll relate that message, to them because of course I'm a hair doctor, but I'm not like a medical doctor, so I don't know, so I just try to get just different advice from them, and then a lot of times they help as well, which I'm thankful for that, I have that, you know, that avenue that I can, ask them for information on how to fix that. Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome, Jonathan, because I know some stylists may be afraid to go in that arena with telling
Yeah.
them it may be something deeper. But well, I guess your relationship with your customers, you feel comfortable enough to give them that guidance because there are some things that stylists are not able to do. So we definitely need to work with our doctor on those issues. So,
And then so cause I really like to make them feel like super comfortable. Like when they come in, I hug them. When they leave, I hug them. I just make them feel super comfortable because I understand like and then by me being a man, they probably don't want to tell all their business. So it's like I just try my best. I do my best to make them feel comfortable enough to tell me when I ask them what's going on. I don't pry on, and then I'll be like laugh. I make them laugh and stuff. So like it's and then because I'm just super friendly, like I was voted most friendliest in my school superlatives. So I have that gift of knowing how to make people feel good. Thank God. So I just kind of use that to get what I want, and then
yeah.
from there.
Well, that's what we need,
Yeah,
Jonathan. We need that love. We need that gentle
they
space
feel me.
where we
A
could,
lot of times,
yeah.
they feel me that. So I use that because I understand, like I get it.
Awesome. 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 Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So, what should people know about caring for their hair while wearing protective styles like braids or wigs, weaves, or locks?
Yeah, so you have to always keep your scalp clean.
Okay.
Always, like no matter what, like you have to because it reduces like build up and itchy scalp. Like don't wait till you take your style out to um clean your scalp. Like if you have braids, shampoo those braids and put a moisturizer in afterwards. If you have a sew in, shampoo that sew in, like and you can put oil down on the scalp to moisturize the scalp. You have locks, shampoo those locks. You just have to make sure your scalp is clean and moisturized regularly. Like use like a lightweight conditioner, like or like a scalp friendly type of moisturizer, like recommended normally by your stylist. Protect your edges. Avoid wearing styles that put stress on the same areas. Like for example, when my clients get sew in, like if they get a part down the middle this time, I'll do it on the left hand side, or side part the next time, or I do it on the right hand side, the next time, just so it won't be putting strain on that same area all the time. Because
Mm,
it'll come right
that's,
on out.
that's smart.
So and then also sleeper protection like silk scarf, satin pillowcase, because it reduces the friction of the hair and it makes the style last longer too.
Satin scarf and yes, I don't have the satin pillowcase, but I got the satin scarf, so I need to work
Yeah,
on
so that's
getting
satin
that.
scarf, and it's so crazy. Some of my short hair clients they use the airplane, the neck pillow they use on the airplane. Sometimes they come in and I'm like, your hair feels the exact same. I'm like, did you go to sleep? Maybe they'll laugh. They'll tell me, like what they use. And I was like, oh wow. Like I never thought to, I come
Yeah.
from an era where you sleep on your elbows over
Hello. Yes, my you sleep. Yes, yes. I haven't seen that pillow. What is it called again, Jonathan?
it's the pillow they use on the airplane, like it's like the neck pillow that go around that people use when they like traveling.
Yes.
It's like
Okay, neck pillow.
like it's like the circle pillar go around your neck, and like when you think about it, because it's like your head is not really moving, or it's just like it can't go
Yes,
down
it's
because it's like
stuck right there. Oh, and they
yeah,
sleep in that?
yeah. But that's a lot of my like short hair clients. Like clients that have short hair. Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Hmm.
Okay. Neck pillows. Okay. Okay. Learn something new every day. Okay. Cool. Ah. All right. Let's see here. I think we got. Okay, great. Yep. So we got one more question, Jonathan. So,
Yeah.
what is one thing you wish more people understood about healthy hair, confidence, and being patient with their hair journey?
So that's a really good question. So the healthy hair journey is not a race. Like, it's and it does not transform overnight. Like it takes time, it takes consistency, it takes care, it even takes love. That's why I was telling you earlier. Like I always do my best to make my clients feel beautiful and look beautiful and let them know that their hair does not define their beauty or their worth. You know what I'm saying? And like for me as a child coming up, being like someone insecure and for God to turn it around and give me the gift to be able to give people boost their self-esteem, give them confidence, make them feel beautiful, make them feel loved. It's literally an invaluable feeling. Like it's like priceless. Like I get some women in my chair that cry and say, "You make me feel so beautiful," and it's like I get emotional sometimes even talking about it because I'm like, "Oh my God!" Like I know at one point in my life I felt insecure. So God, the fact that you gave me the gift to be able to give people security and confidence and make them feel good about themselves, it's just like God has such a sense of humor because he just turned it around and and gave me that to give to other people. So I just I don't know. It's just such an invaluable feeling. I just thank him daily that he gave me this gift to be able to to give to other people. And like I say, confidence also comes from like embracing where you are while you're investing where you're going. Like you have to just know who you are. And I know sometimes that's hard, but you have to, you just have to know who you are. When you walk in a room, know you are there because God put you there.
Yes,
And
I
you
agree.
have to also celebrate the small wins, like um, healthy strand, less breakage, new growth. Those are changes that matter. Like you have to give your hair time and grace that it needs to flourish. Like you can't just, you know, oh, well, she has long hair. What does she? You don't know what people like went through to get there. So you just have to, run your own race. The Bible says the race is not given to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. So you have to endure to the
Yes,
end and keep it moving.
yes, because your story is different. For each person, I'm sure here that you do, their story is going to be different from someone else that you do.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
so I
I
think,
hear I hear so many different stories like daily, and I'm inspired by them all because you know it's like that's why I'm not a big complainer anyway. But some of the stuff that I have complained about when some of those women get in my chair and they tell their stories, I almost be ashamed that I complained about something so minute to what they're going through, like
yeah,
thyroid cancer or just yeah, like just anything. So I'm just like, how dare I complain about this little whatever I complained about? These people are
mhm,
going through this, so it's just that's why I just try to encourage what I do. I do my best to encourage them and make them feel
mhm.
beautiful and make them feel good and make them feel worthy and make them feel valued. Like every client that gets in my chair, I do that. Like I speak life into them. I encourage them. I'm like, girl, you can do it. Like if I can do it, you can do
Yes, that's true. That's true, Jonathan. That's kind of cliches, but it is very true. If you're able
So
to do it or speak it, then
yeah,
the other person is just can be just doing the same thing, or it's not same thing, but they're able to grow their hair or be a better person,
yeah, because it's power in the
such as
tongue, and
yourself.
when you speak, whatever you speak out, that's what happens. So I
That's
always try
true.
to positivity. Like you
Yes,
would never hear me say, "Oh, I'm broke," or "I don't have this," or "I don't have that." You would never hear me say that.
Jonathan.
Never.
Yes, sir.
Even if I am broke, you never hear me say it.
Yes. Speak power into yourself and to
Yeah,
others, Jonathan.
yeah.
And I love stylists like that. So
Yeah,
because you all are such a important piece of our community, because you're seeing us in different lights.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and our hair, especially for African American women, is our crown. So
yeah,
it is something that is very dear to us. So having a stylist that's understanding, that's listening, that's encouraging, that's showing that giving love
yeah,
spirit and advising not only for on the hair piece, but you're also mentioning about the health. Like you're wondering, like, okay, I'm seeing this may be something else going on. And as your stylist, I want to be as honest as possible. And that's what we need more in our community.
yeah. My clients will tell you, they're like, "Oh, Johnson, he'll tell me like if I need to do this or if I need to stop taking this, you know." Because I had a client, she was taking birth control, and I was just like, "I know it's not me. Like, I know I'm washing this relaxer out. I know I'm doing all the steps. Like, what?" So when I asked her, she was like, "Oh yeah, I just started a new birth control." And I was like, "Well, see if your doctor, if she can maybe either down the dosage." I said, or maybe just stop taking it for a while, and we'll see, how that goes. And when she stopped taking it, I mean, here go back just like this. So I said, that's what it was.
Seriously.
I said, that's exactly what it was.
Yes. I didn't know about birth control, so that's interesting. It's been years for me, but
Yeah.
of course, but yeah. But I didn't know about birth control. I just thought about like blood pressure medicine, your thyroids, your diabetes, things like that. So that's good to know.
So definitely. Well, like, and that's has happened with a few clients, like not just one, like a few, and then once they stop taking them, I was like, even if you don't stop taking, maybe try to change to because I think I'm assuming some are stronger than others, so
Mm.
just take like a less stronger one, like
Yeah,
just to
yes.
kind
Or
of
maybe like a lesser dose because she might have
be
had
on
it
that
at the
dose.
highest dose. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they
Um,
always happen in the same spot. So that's how I always know,
oh,
what it is. And I ask them. And they don't tell before I ask them. They don't tell me. I'm like, "Are you on birth control?" They're like, "How you know?" And then I'll go into I'll tell
oh,
them how I know. And they be like,
yeah.
"Yeah." So they'll go to the doctor. Like I said, get a lesser dosage or stop taking it. And here come right back.
Wow. Yeah, because there are different alternatives for birth control now. So there may be
Yeah,
something different that they can do.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yes. So having that conversation, everyone, with your doctor is important when it comes to your hair journey because your stylist can only do but so much.
And if you
So
don't
look for.
tell
Mhm.
the doctor, they won't know. And you have to like kind of let them know, like,
That's
hey, this
true.
is going on with my hair, 'cause especially with your hair. They're not necessarily looking at your hair, so they
Yes.
let them know like my hair's being shed and coming out. I was like, and they'll be able to guide you in the right direction.
Agreed. Agreed, Jonathan. Awesome. Awesome. Trying to think of what else here. Um, I don't think I had any more questions for this session, but I do
Yeah,
want to thank you for your sharing your wisdom with the gentle space with
yeah.
our audience for today.
Thank you
And
for having me. Like I said, I'm so
yeah,
flattered, so honored, and so grateful to you to even like choose me to be able to speak to you and the audience. Like I'm such an honor. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm
well,
grateful.
awesome. Well, we got plenty more things that we're going to bring you in for, and
Yeah,
tell the audience where they can follow you, because I'm going to also put into the comments where your location is. But if you can also give them your hashtags for your social medias.
yeah, of course. So my Instagram is I am Jonathan 509. That's IamJonAthan 509. My Facebook is Jonathan Stewart. That's Stewart. The salon, like I said, I'm at the Rick's Crawford Signature Salon, 8820 University East Drive, Suite C. We are the longest running black salon in North Carolina.
Really? I didn't
So
know that.
So I'm so honored to be a part. And me and Dorica are high school friends. So been friends with him since I was about 15 years old. So when I graduated high school, he was like, John, you come with me. And I've been with him ever since. So I've been working with him for 25 years. And he has been amazing, like, in terms of helping me in my career. He was one of the first ones that gave me a celebrity to work with. So he has been amazing. My coworkers, I love all of them. Salon, just I tell people all the time, I love the people I work with. I tell the Ricans all the time too. I said, you're gonna have to put me out. Unless God tell me to move, you gonna have to.
You-
I just love them, and they just. I mean, I'm just inspired by everybody in our salon daily. So that's such a blessing to be able to have that. Because, like I said, I get horror stories about people coming saying, "Oh, I hate where I work. I hate my coworkers," and I don't know that. I don't know that.
It's
That
good.
everyone is so grateful. So
Yeah, so that and it shows that you're not stressed at where you're working and you
yeah,
love what you do,
I,
Jonathan.
I really love it. Like I said, I thank God daily. It's not a day that goes by that I don't thank Him for, for this gift. It's so funny. I can tell you a funny story. Because I've been doing hair basically my whole adult life. So I was like, let me just try something else for a little bit. So I was still doing hair, but I was like, okay, let me try to be the cute Amazon truck driver guy. So I went to try to work for Amazon. It only lasted 29 days. It ain't last long. But it's crazy because it made me, once I got my first check from Amazon after working those long, hard hours, and I went to the salon and made like in one day what I made there in 4 days. It made me appreciate everything and not to, and like I was like I even like start crying. I was like, oh God, I'm sorry, I took it for granted. Like it's just I've been doing hair so long. I just want to try something else. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I don't want you to feel like I'm not grateful. My mom was like, boy, you're so dramatic.
Oh
But
man, Jonathan. Yes,
so,
that's your hair is your gift.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and God will provide as long as you are working in your gifts. And
yeah.
and,
And I'm an
and
honest and a faithful tither too. So, I
cool.
know a lot of people don't, you know, understand that, but yes, I am, and I love my church. Shout out to Life Center, Bishop Brown Moore.
Oh,
But yes, I love my church. I grew up in church. I'm a church boy at heart. So just,
gotcha.
knowing God and having a relationship with Him and just being all that tied into my life and everything, it just has been amazing. Like journey, ups and downs. It hasn't all been
Oh, of
perfect.
course, Jonathan.
You know, I'm just thankful for where He brought me to now.
All right, so hopefully you all enjoyed the video. That again, it will be on YouTube later on during the week. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. We will be having Jonathan as a regular master stylist that will give us different pointers, that will talk about protective styles, that will talk about styles that, um, that we all can relate to, whether it be braids, locks, or loose hair, or wigs. We all have different styles. So definitely continue to follow us on YouTube, follow us here on TikTok, also on Instagram. That'd be great as well. So until next time, make sure that you are always gentle with yourself. You are beautiful, and see ya.